In this video, we'll take a look at editing a web page. And we're going to use the writer information web page that we found in Cascade Server as our example. A couple things to keep in mind with Cascade and moving around is you have a series of tabs and sub-tabs. And keep in mind is that my role is as manager, so I will be able to see more tabs than you'll be able to see. So just keep that in mind when you're working through things. What you're going to want to do, first of all, is select your Edit tab so you can actually make changes to the web page itself. And when you open up the Edit page, this is the view that you see. A couple things to point out is you have something called heading and content text. The heading and content text are both required pieces of information, which means that you need to have text in each dialog box. The heading is writer information. If we take a look at the website, that would be this piece of information right here, writer information. And the content text area would be if you're interested in competing in next year's race, which is going to be all this area here that appears below this heading. What you can do is if you take your mouse and kind of hover it over each area here, you'll get a tooltip. Probably the more important things that you'll use would be bold, italic, unordered list, list, insert edit image, and insert a new table. We'll be taking a look at images and tables later on. And then the other information, this works a lot like a word processor, is format. You can give things to different heading sizes. So let's go ahead and do an example here. I'm going to just give this a heading for practice. And what I can do is just kind of highlight that. I'm going to change that from a paragraph to a heading 4. And underneath my heading, I'm going to add an unordered list. After you've made all of your changes, it's very important that you submit this page, or else you're not going to see any of your pages. So I'll go ahead and select Submit. After selecting Submit, you're going to be taken back to your View area. And you can see what we just added has stayed here. So let's go ahead and go back to the Edit tab. I'm going to make some more changes. I'm going to add a couple more items. And what I'm going to do is, just as an example, is if I switch pages for a moment and then go back to where I came from, which is the index page, you'll notice that the other items that I added below the third bullet point do not exist because I did not select the submit icon. So keep that in mind as you're working through Cascade.